Majority of San Diego Unified students are learning in an environment other than a classroom on campus, many doing distance learning from home. But if you pay close attention, you might see school district school buses on the road. We asked Team 10 investigator Adam Racusin to find out why empty school buses are driving around.
It would be easy to sit back and play you the song, "The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round," while you watch these school buses that we filmed drive all over town. But here's the thing, San Diego Unified is in phase 1 of reopening. So why are there so many buses on the road to begin with?
Every time I see one of those buses, I just think, who is riding them? Where could they possibly be going?
Aaron Coller's 5-year-old son is in the school district. Right now, he's learning from home, but Erin says she's seen buses in the neighborhood.
It stopped at our house around the time that it used to come to our house. And I was loading the kids in the car and I was like, "Are you an angel? Can you just take them and just drive them around, please? Like, what are you doing?" And he said he was just driving the route.
At the end of October, Team 10 followed school buses on several days to see where they're going and what they're doing. After leaving the bus yard in Kearny Mesa, this bus headed north to the Scripps Ranch area. The bus made several stops like it was following a planned route.
There he goes.
But no students ever got on or off. About 90 minutes and 31 miles later, the bus was back at the yard. Another bus left the yard later that afternoon and headed to a school in the Poway area. It picked up one student and then headed south to drop them off. That was on a Friday. The following Monday, back to the bus yard. This bus went from the yard to the 805 South. It continued on to the 54 East, then over to the 125 North. The bus then completed the circle on the 52 West. About 40 miles and 53 minutes later, the bus was back at the yard. It never stopped. Standing outside the school lot, bus movement is constant. The district says for good reason.
Just starting them up and running them in the parking lot for 10 minutes is not sufficient. They need to actually put on several miles to make sure that the transmission is maintained, again, that fluids are at the right levels, that seals and gaskets are all working, and also to make sure that our batteries are charged.
Marceline Marquez is the district's operations support officer. She oversees transportation.
During a regular school year, you would see buses operating what looks like empty. But I think it just stands out more right now because most of our students are participating in online learning.
Part of that time on the road is driver proficiency. Right now, along with honing their skills, drivers are doing everything from delivering textbooks to educational supplies and computers to students' homes. They're evaluating stops for safety and space with social distancing requirements, and evaluating school drop-off areas for physical distancing needs and adjustments, among other things. The list of driver responsibilities goes on and on. We shared what the district had to say.
In what capacity are the drivers working? So they told us that they're delivering textbooks and other educational supplies.
With a few parents.
If it's diesel, it needs to be run or it can have problems. But as far as delivering supplies, I'm shocked to hear that they're doing that because we have multiple students at our school site who cannot come pick up supplies.
Here comes the math part. The district says it pays about $1.83 per gallon of renewable diesel. Buses average about 7 miles per gallon. So that first 30-mile trip that we watched cost a little less than $8 in gas. The bus that didn't stop, about $10.50 for that trip.
I think that the practice of running our buses far outweighs the cost of the fuel or the concern that folks have when they see a bus running without a passenger on it.
Right now, about 150 buses are transporting students. Others are being used to help in other ways, and some, like we saw, are rotating through the maintenance schedule. The district says overall, it needs to be ready for the next phases of reopening.
I would love to see him on a bus and in school.
The district says it's also transporting kids to non-public special education schools, and you might only see one kid on a bus. As far as that bus that we followed that didn't stop anywhere, they say it was assigned to drive a specified distance en route, ensuring safe and mechanical-free operation. Adam Racusin, Team 10.